updated this game again. I think it's at 1.08 now, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to double check that, but it's something like that. But the whole purpose of this video is, I think this game is the best under $10 game, and I'm talking about games that's the original price, not a sale price or anything like that. But this is the best under $10 game on the market, in my opinion. I don't see anything better than this. If you know of one, just tell me. You know, we all have different opinions, and maybe there's a game that I haven't played yet or something. But and if you talk about sports games under $10, there may not be too many of them. You know, there's another soccer game. It's a decent game. You know, it's under $10. I think it's $9.99. But this right here is a really good game, and I'm gonna tell you why it is. No, this isn't an alternative to FIFA or PES or anything like that, because it's not really the same concept. It's more of a, you know, arcadey, just quick, get it out the way kind of game. You could play 3 or 4 games in a sitting without blowing, without spending all day. So first of all, you create your own competitions, which I did. Create your own teams, create the kits, create your players, whatever. So here's my season here. Now, originally this game was super easy. It's easy enough now. I played on the hardest difficulty. As you can see, I'm 5-0. I play as the Atlanta, Georgia Football Club, which is a team I created. By the way, I created all these teams that I have in this tournament. Well, I didn't create Mexico, but I put them in the tournament anyway. I have some all-women teams on here and stuff like that. But the gameplay is not. Sometimes you will blow your opponent away 14-1 or something like that. Sometimes you can lose. I lost the game 5-4. Look at the way these characters look. We're playing against an all-woman team. As you can see, they got kits and stuff that you create. I kind of wish they had like something where you can create logos, or like maybe type a word that you can paste on the kits. That would really take the editing to another level. And yeah, this game is like a cartoon. They look like they have overalls, don't they? But it's a cartoon-based game, but it's a lot of fun. I think you have fun with this game. I used to be able to score on kickoffs, but they took that out of the game. They fixed it, they patched it, and now the easy, cheesy kicks scores. As you can see, I just intercepted that. But wow, look at that. Oh, the game is not overly easy like it was before. And they play very physically aggressive on here, I must say. There's fouls and stuff. They get pretty rough on here, when they're trying to, defend you, keep you from scoring. You gotta outsmart them. But it's a very enjoyable game. Decent challenge. Sometimes I recommend play 10-minute games. I don't recommend going any longer than that, because it's a fast-paced game. You can score a lot of goals in 10 minutes in this, because that's it's that type of game. I forgot to aim that kick. That was supposed to be a pass, but I didn't aim it. And you can kind of jump between that and try to intercept it. But the computer is definitely a lot smarter than it was last time. And I created this all-female team that I'm playing against. And the defense is a lot more like aggressive and a lot more active. So the game is, at one point it was too easy to the point where I could score like from here, But the goalie is paying attention all the time now, so we can't just kick it over his head when he's not paying attention. And so it's not overly easy, but it's definitely fun. It's definitely not overpowered to the point where you have trouble winning. It's a very fun game. I recommend this game. And you know, I have nothing to do with like the developers or anything like that. I'm not even sure who they are. Well, I know who they. You can score from here sometimes, but it's kind of rare. It used to be able to do it in the regular, but you know, like I said, they fixed it. Keep it from being, you know, ridiculously overpowered to where it's just too easy. But I actually find myself getting tense playing this game, you know, trying to win games, and you know, as you can see, you can make mistakes and miss goals, and that's the way the game should be. You shouldn't just run down the field and just knock in goals every time you take a shot. They need to be more like, you know, missing some goals and stuff like that to keep the game nice and challenging, which it is now. It took a few patches for them to get there, but they're there now. As you can see, normally if this was like before one of the other patches, I would have probably had 4 or 5 goals by now. Maybe 3. Maybe not quite 5, but because you didn't make as many mistakes, you just, like I said, you could take shots from half the field and just knock them in most of the time. But anyway, the only point I made this video is just to recommend this game as an option. Don't look at this game and say, well, this is just, you know, this is just, you know, Charlie Brown and a bunch of goofy nonsense. That's not what this game is. It's actually a very good game. It's not really completely simulation, but even though people consider it arcade-like, there's nothing fictional going on here. You know, no super power-ups and stuff like that. That's the stuff that I do not like. I don't think that stuff belongs in sport games, but it kind of ruins the game sometimes. Sometimes I can score from there, but like I said, it's rare. It's arcade in the sense that there's no, like, the rules, there's no substitutions, there's, you know, I finally got my score. There's no rules, no substitutions. You know, it doesn't matter who's on your team. You have male and female kind of playing together. But you can create your own teams, create your own players, avatars, and create their kits. So the game is actually a lot of fun. I think there's a lot of people that probably don't have it that probably would like it more than I realize they would. But anyway, that's the end of this game, the end of this video. I just wanted to let you know, if you don't have this game, and even if you just like soccer casually, like you're not real big on it, but you kind of like it, you're kind of missing out, man. This is only $8.99. You really need to consider getting it.